巅峰时期的德里克·罗斯到底有多强？就让 NBA 球员们来告诉你。大家好，这里是 Telfair， 我们一起来挖掘真实励志有趣的篮球文化。你的点赞让我不停更新。带领孟菲斯大学打出一个壮丽的赛季，闯入 Final Four 决赛，并在决赛中遗憾败北之后，德里克·罗斯决定前往下一个舞台。2008年的 NBA 选秀，罗斯在第1顺位被家乡球队芝加哥公牛队选中。新秀赛季，罗斯场均得到 16.8 分、6.3次助攻，他击败 OJ 梅奥获得最佳新秀。当时还在 Fresno State 读大一的保罗·乔治，在大学中见证了罗斯的新秀表演，这成为他心目中的史上最佳新秀表演之一。
Derrick Rose, hands down, has put on the greatest, if not one of the greatest, if not the greatest rookie campaign. Him and I think Tyreke Evans rookie season, crazy.
季后赛首秀面对卫冕冠军凯尔特人，罗斯贡献36分、11个助攻，成为继天勾贾巴尔之后唯一一位在季后赛首秀中贡献这个数据的新秀。但是新秀罗斯已经让冠军后卫拉简隆多见识到了自己恐怖的爆发力和速度。
His rookie year, go is that nigga 7 games? Probably. He might fuck him like 7 games here when he was healthy. Boy, he put your ass in trouble. You on your heels the whole game. Ain't no one person in front of him. You got a whole scouting report on him for sure. That's how we have.
Pack the paint.
And he's still getting there and jumping over everybody.
He's still gonna get in there, but then he can hit that little one dribble pull up too. He's hitting that too. He's hitting threes when he's rolling like he wasn't.
He was too explosive, yo. He was a for sure one man fast break.
而第2个赛季，罗斯就完成了从新秀到全明星球员的蜕变。就在人们还在议论罗斯能否更进一步，在下一个赛季跻身联盟前10的时候，罗斯却已经把 MVP 当成了自己的目标。
What kind of expectations do you set for yourself individually going into year 3?
It's high. The way I look at it within myself, why not? Why can't I be the MVP of the league? Why can't I be the best player in the league?
在当时，这个言论听起来就像天方夜谭一般。但是等到10-11赛季开赛，罗斯便以自己的方式征服了全联盟。对战马刺的比赛，罗斯得到33分。他的身体素质给未来的马刺冠军射手丹尼·格林留下了深刻的印象。直至今日，在格林的心中，任何人都无法与罗斯相比。
And people like to compare Ja and D Rose or like certain people to D Rose, but there's nobody like that right there when he was in his prime. You know what I'm saying? He had Booz setting screens, Joe Kim setting screens, these big guys, and he's like a running back, running around off these screens, and he's little.
Yeah.
And the next you know, he's just jumping up with the trees. He's at the top of the square, and you're like, oh shit, like he's up there with Timmy. Well, where the f did that come from? He was just fast, explosive. And it's guys like that, I'm just like, yeah, it's gonna be a long night.
对阵湖人的比赛，罗斯面对科比砍下29分、9次助攻，带走胜利。罗斯的队友 NBA 知名狠人詹姆斯·约翰逊目睹了科比与罗斯之间无声的互动。
His MVP, he just picked up where he left off for real.
Yeah, boy, that I ain't never seen no shit like that. That was crazy. I mean, he had everything.
Everything.
He had everything: athleticism, handles, quickness, could shoot, could get to the basket. He had everything.
Everything. Yo, I'll never forget. We was in LA. We just got done playing the Lakers, and we're walking back to our locker, and Bean just looked at him and was just like, God rest his soul. But Bean looked at him and was like, you a bad. That gave me the chills, and he wasn't even talking to me. I was like, damn, my man is the one for real.
罗斯的速度与爆发力让与他对位成为了一种折磨。于是 NBA 中有一些后卫开始患上一种叫做 D Rose Flu 罗斯流感的病，他们会假装伤病，逃避比赛，逃避与罗斯的对位。当时纽约尼克斯的主力后卫2005年 NCAA 冠军后卫雷蒙德·菲尔顿就曾证实罗斯流感确实存在。
People used to get the D Rose flu?
Yeah,
they did. Yeah, they did. They may not admit to it.
Yeah,
but they did. They did. I didn't. I loved it. Yeah, I love that bump. D Rose, man, and that's another person I ain't giving love to. Let me change that. That dude right there is probably the toughest, hands down, probably one of the toughest point guard I ever played against when he was in his prime. When he was in his prime, couldn't nobody touch him, bro. Nobody. I don't care. CP, whoever, couldn't touch him. And he proved that. He went through everybody. The year he won MVP, the way that man was playing that year, it was crazy how many people was getting sick when it was time to play Chicago. It was crazy. out because of illness. Yeah, I bet you is out for illness. You don't want none of that smoke right there.
For sure.
That man was so fast, man, so shifty. Man, that man just made people fall, bro. Wasn't even doing nothing. I'm serious. He wasn't even crossing over. He was just going and changing directions, and people was buckling.
Bro,
that's how fast he was.
His hang time was insane.
Oh my goodness, the way he dunked, man. You remember he dunked on Georgia? He dunked on the man still going up.
Yes.
He wasn't even at his peak yet. He was still going up. Yeah. And when he took off, he just took one step. He took one step. He was in the paint. One step, and then he just went up. All you can see was people doing this, and then last minute he went down like this. He put that ball behind his head and dunked it. He used to dunk so hard, it was crazy, man.
而公牛最大的威胁，东部另一支劲旅迈阿密热火的后卫诺里斯科尔也承认，联盟中确实有人因为罗斯而装病。
D Rose was, like I said, when people ask me who the hardest guy I ever had to guard, I tell them that D Rose was the toughest guy.
Yeah.
Your favorite point guards of today had no chance against Derrick Rose.
Yeah.
No offense, but like, you know, Kai and Steph and them, no chance against that guy.
Because he was strong too.
Man, people was getting the D Rose flu. Cass was, you know, when he would come to town, Cass ain't even want to play.
Yep.
You know, not me, I'm just saying, but for real, it was word around the league. Cass was like, oh, D Rose playing, I'm feeling some tendonitis. Like Cass ain't want to see that dude.
赛季结束，年仅22岁6个月的罗斯击败德怀特·霍华德和勒布朗·詹姆斯，被评为 NBA 最有价值球员。他实现了自己赛季之前的目标，成为 NBA 历史最年轻的 MVP。2011年季后赛首轮，这位 MVP 声势横扫步行者。4轮第3场，罗斯狂砍44分，逆转老鹰。整个赛季，老鹰队未来的全明星球员杰夫·蒂格完全无法防住他，成为了他 MVP 赛季的常驻背景板。
Oh no, D Rose. Like I'm talking about that time, IT was a tough cover. All time is D Rose, bro.
Seriously?
Nothing you can do. Bro, you could bag all the way up in the paint. You could sit on the dots, bro. He will run at you, just jump over you. You like, what the fuck? So then if you get close, he run right by you. You get medium, he cross you. I'm like, bro, I can't guard this fool, man. That's why I tell y'all every highlight, if you go look, when he run that MVP year, I'm probably on 50% of them, bro.
而对阵热火的东部决赛第4场，面对补防而来的热火中锋乔尔·安东尼，罗斯的双手隔扣成为了他最经典的扣篮之一。
The game winner on me for sure at Milwaukee, and then him coming down against Miami when he dunked on a big, when he like split the double, and I ain't never seen a point guard come down and dunk on somebody's big like that. That was different.
东部决赛1比4遗憾输给热火之后，下一个赛季公牛引进了 NBA 传奇后卫理查德·汉密尔顿。见证了罗斯在训练和比赛中的表现之后，汉密尔顿将罗斯称为自己合作过最有天赋的队友。在此之前，汉密尔顿曾经合作过的队友包括生涯末期的篮球之神迈克尔·乔丹，以及总决赛 MVP 长西·比卢普斯。
I played with a lot of great players. Derrick Rose during that time was probably the most talented player I ever played with. At 23, man, yo, this dude was ridiculous. And I seen what he was doing in practice night in and night out, and he had a great work ethic, and he's very similar to KD. I always say Derrick Rose and KD, they're probably the most two humble superstars I ever seen in my life. Derrick is a dude that, you know, got a great work ethic, you know what I'm saying, very humble. And this guy right here, man, you know, best point guard in the game. Like couldn't nobody mess with D Rose during that time. There's a lot of great players in our game right now when you're talking about the point guard's position. Russell Westbrook, you know, you talk about
Steph,
CP,
Kyrie.
Listen, none of them dudes wanted no smoke with Derrick Rose and Derrick Rose there.
Exactly.
I'm telling you right now, none of them dudes wanted no smoke with D Rose during that time. Trust and believe.
2011年12月25日，罗斯在对阵湖人的圣诞大战中完成绝杀。终于，一直不断自我提高的罗斯也赢得了来自科比的尊重。
Well, I mean, I could tell when a player, you know, truly wants to be better, when a player truly wants to improve, and I respect that about them, and I admire that, and because that was a quality that I had when I was a kid growing up. And you know, that being said, I mean, I've seen improvement in this game from last year to this year. He has a long-range ball now. He can squat behind the pick and shoot. You know, he can pull up off the dribble and shoot. You know, him getting to the rim obviously goes, you know, unquestioned. So seeing that improvement shows me that he's putting the time into the gym. and I certainly respect that.
那个赛季是罗斯与公牛最有希望的赛季，然而那个赛季的最后却以罗斯撕裂 ACL 重伤离场而告终。在罗斯的队友与挚友诺阿的心中，这是永远的意难平。
I really felt like we had a better team. We were the number one team in the league, you know, and we were coming at everybody's neck, and it just, you know, Derek got hurt. In my mind, I really felt like we really had a shot, you know, and fuck, man.
Yeah,
fuck,
I know.
It still fucking bothers me.
这也许就是巅峰罗斯的实力，又或者因为伤病，丢了一颗螺丝，从来都没有达到过他的巅峰。